During my junior year of high school, I had surgery to correct my scoliosis and straighten my spine. I had led a fairly active life leading up to this moment, surfing, playing tennis, and running track. But after surgery, which came with a week-long stay in the hospital, I could barely walk, much less continue to play sports that year. I was told that it would take about a year to return to full activity, and the doctors were mostly right. I took the prescribed route to recovery by spending a lot of time in physical therapy and trying to be as active as much as possible. I felt an overwhelming sense of accomplishment when, 2 years later, I was invited to join the Wake Forest track and field and cross-country teams. I loved everything about being on the team, running, forming great friendships, and representing Wake Forest. But over dinner one day, a few weeks into freshman year, I was discussing with my friends how I constantly felt stiff and overly sore after workouts, specifically in my back. Though everyone has off days, I seemed to be the only one with consistent pain. Turns out, due to my spinal fusion, my back was always stiff, and I had lost quite a bit of flexibility, an important aspect of running, as it helps prevent injury and allows a greater range of motion. Despite working out 5 days a week and stretching after each session, I was barely able to touch my toes. My muscles were constantly in a knot, and I knew that it was impacting my ability to race well. I talked to my coach, and she suggested I go to yoga a few days a week to improve flexibility. I was a little skeptical. With my class and practice schedule, I didn't think I had time for yoga. I was embarrassed that I'd be as stiff as this army man, and I was turned off by how slow-paced I imagined a yoga class would be. But I did some research, and I found that a number of studies have concluded that yoga can improve flexibility, including spinal flexibility, improve posture, and eliminate stiffness and back pain. In one study, participants improved their flexibility by up to 35% after only 8 weeks of yoga. So I was willing to give a class a try. My first class was awkward. I couldn't get with the flow. I was afraid I was going to fall asleep during Shavasana, which is the final resting pose. And what's more, I woke up the next morning even more sore. But that's when I realized that yoga was helping to work core muscles that I hadn't been using. So maybe it wasn't such a bad thing. Like any great endeavor, refining a craft comes with practice. I continued to go to yoga class, and I soon realized how much strength I was building. On the track, I was noticeably racing better. After struggling to hit my times during my first semester, I began to run much more competitively later in the year. And as a result, I was having a lot more fun. It turns out my positive health experience with yoga is not an anomaly. Yoga has become an increasingly effective way for people to manage pain. Last year, I talked with designer Donna Karen about her Urban Zen Integrative Therapy program, which she founded at my hometown Southampton Hospital. The program is a yoga initiative offered alongside traditional medicine. It's been wildly successful and has since been implemented in hospitals around the country. Dr. Fred Weinbaum, who is the chief medical officer at Southampton Hospital, raves about it, saying that patients who opt into the program, quote, have reported reduced stress and an overall improved sense of well-being during the course of pre-surgical care and recovery or treatment from medical illness. I've continued to reap the benefits of yoga even now that I'm off the competitive running circuit. Today, I stand here virtually pain-free and far more flexible than I was 5 years ago. I've built better core strength, have better balance, and have improved my alignment. I've also found that yoga helps me to manage stress, which is definitely proving useful during this program. Because of all that, I've been able to more easily pursue other passions. It was a yoga instructor who first encouraged me to complete the Block Challenge, which is an 18-mile open ocean stand-up paddleboarding event from Montauk Point to Block Island. I participated in August, and the bucket list experience would not have been possible had I not put in the time to train on my mat. It's estimated that 100 million Americans live with some form of chronic pain, and I'm pretty sure that everyone here lives with stress. Yoga can certainly help mitigate those issues, and people are recognizing it. About 20 million Americans over the age of 18 participated in yoga last year, or that's 8.7% of the adult population. That number is up from 15.8 million in 2008. You one of them? The reasons people go to class are innumerable, and guarantee there's an instructor out there who conducts a class that best fits your needs. I prefer a class that focuses on stretching, but there are instructors who work mostly on the meditative breathing aspects, on perfecting advanced poses. There's aerial yoga, shown here, stand-up paddleboard yoga, the list goes on. I encourage everyone here to head out to a yoga class. If you've been before, maybe you try a different type of class. New York City is ripe with free yoga sessions, and most of those schedules are available at nycgo.com. Be open to being a little uncomfortable at first, and you just may find that you're able to start living your best life. Thank you.